PB, which we found when we got back to Changi after Preformed was finished, but he also had TB.
Oh.
He's a wonderful man. The work he did was absolutely fantastic.
Yes. Now, the question I had about both Roy and yourself there that's just slipped out of my mind for a moment. Yes. You're Japanese or Korean guards?
Both.
And did either of you get beaten by them?
Roy did. Roy got beaten a few times. I only got a kick in the backside twice, so I got. But Roy got beaten quite a few times for sticking up for his blokes. Trying to stop sick being sent out.
Yes. Now, were you at Conquita, or I'm not quite sure what the pronunciation.
We call it Conquita, but
Conquita.
The connect station.
When the rail line was joined?
Yeah, we were there.
Were you able to see it? Or?
No, we were had to turn our backs. We weren't allowed to see all the top brass was there.
Yes.
And the cat doesn't look at the queen when you're in the Japanese. And the funny thing happened, we had a Padre Velica. He was a very quite unassuming bloke, and his curiosity got the better of him. And he's quite a lot of shrubbery around the line thing. Poor old Jeff decided he'd go to stick his head through these shrubs and what's going on. And he's peering away there, and the Jack caught him, and he gave a kick up the backside, and he goes right through the bush. There's a bloke who's so quick.
Now, Velicott was an interesting man, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't...
he joined up as a private.
Yes.
He was the minister of
Yes.
the cloth. Yeah. Yeah. Nice fellow, Jeff.
Did he survive?
No, he died. I think he died at Kanchanaburi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sad.
Yeah.
Now, when the railway was finished, did that finish your work on the railway, or did you...
Yes, more or less. We finished it a little bit past Conquita when we finished, and we then marched up to Humaniki again, and we had to get rid of the sick who were up there on the train getting away. When they were gone, we then came back. We came back by train, slowly.
Did you manage to get on the train straight away, or do you have to walk to a point where you...
Well, only a short distance, as far as I can remember.
And did you, when you came back along all these bridges that had been built by prisoners of war, did you have any anxiety at any time when you were...
Yeah, we wondered whether the timber was going to carry the train or whether we were going down the gully with it, but it stood up. But it would... frequently it would come off run off the tracks, and there'd be a scream for everybody out to manoeuvre the train back on the lines again. Yeah. And of course, when that happened, it was a golden opportunity for those who had diarrhoea to get out the train and relieve themselves. And this didn't happen. We weren't the first train on that line. There were quite a number of trains that went down that line. And a number of people had done the same thing. And when we got on the train, this fellow on the Japs were crawling around underneath the hands and knees, and he walked and something he shouldn't have done. No. And what he did with those hands of his, and not slapping people's faces, was nobody's business. It was done by other people's business.
Now the engines on these trains, are they like big locomotives, or were they?
No. Some of them looked like a diesel train. You'd take it on the road and drive with the rubber tyres on, or you'd change the wheels over and drive with flange rolls on the railway line. Okay. But they did have steam trains as well. They had both.
And the steam trains were not powered with coal, were they?
No, there was no coal, only wood. Yeah. Therefore, periodically stopped to load up the tender with the more timber.
Did you ever have to push the train over
no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I kept out of the way.
And when you got back down south, where did you go? Were you at Kanchanaburi, or it used to be called Canberra?
We were for about 5 or 6 days, and then we got mustered up there to decide what they're going to do with us. And I was one of the crowd that got sent back to Singapore. So I went back to Changi.
So you had the reverse journey in these
reverse journey.
cattle trucks or rice trucks.
Yeah, they denied us the privilege of travelling first class. They put us in the trucks.
And I have heard the expression that Changi was like heaven. What was it like when you got back there? Was it?
Changi was home from home.
Yes.
Yeah. All this story of Changi being a horror camp is not true. It's not true at all. For three things, you had water, you could drink, you had light, and you had a cover over your head, you had a roof over your head, and you had food. It wasn't very good food, mark you, it was very, very scarce, not very pleasant, but at least you got it 3 times a day, which the morning got on working party. You never know when you got a meal on working party, but there, Changi was regular. It was controlled by our own people. We never saw a Jap card. They left us alone in Changi.
Yes.
So there was no bashings, there was no blotters, there was nothing going on. It was unpleasant, it was nasty, but it wasn't hell. Hell was on the working party. F Force was hell,
Yes.
and any other party was hell.
Now, the people that went up to Japan, had they gone when you got back to Changi, or were
Oh,
they
yeah,
still assembling
Sea Force went to Japan.
Mm.
The Sea Force in Japan. I don't know what other forces went to Japan, I can't remember. But a lot more people do go to Japan. They did it tough on the Japanese.
No one did it easy anywhere, did they?
No, not really. No.
Even those people that were in Changi that hadn't experienced anything worse, they would have thought it was the end of the earth.
It was boring. It was boring and dull. Yeah. A lot of people didn't like it.
What about the I think they called the Changi University. Did you ever get involved with any?
Unlucky, no, I didn't. But I believe it's very good. A lot of people came out there very well educated. They're very clever people there. They had all sorts. You name it, they had them. They had judges, they had magistrates, engineers, professors.
Yes.
They got a good education for free.
Well,
Part-time paid 10 cents a day by the Japanese as they were working.
yeah. What did you ever get paid when you were up on the railway?
Once. I got paid once, and I got about $30 for a month's pay, which was better than Changi. That was only 10 cents a day,
Yes.
which is $3 a month.
Now, I think you've told me some. I'm trying to choose my words carefully here. Your experiences of some of the officers who expected to continue to enjoy the privileges of their rank while they were up on the railway. Were there any of those from Pond's party?
No. No. All Pond's party's officers had a job. If it wasn't on the railway line, it was in the camp.
Yes.
They did the menial tasks, they did the boreholes, they did cutting wood, drawing water. Pondy kept them working. He's a good CO, Pondy.
When your rations came up from, I presume they came from south, nothing came from the north?
We all got the same ration
Yeah.
in Pond's party.
How did the rations get there? Did you have to walk back and carry them forward, or did they come up by truck, or was the
Well, when it was dry, they came up by truck, and when it was wet, they came up by river or by ox cart.
Yes. And
But how it got to our camp, I don't know how it got to our camp. I've got there somewhere.
yes. Now you said you had about